Good morning, Tamers, Casters, Pirates, Z-Fighters, and anyone else who just stumbles into this. Shattered Stars! This is the water equivalent. This is month 4? I want to say 4. Is it free? It's been a long year. I think it's free. I'm trying to think. Last one was ice. We've had water. We've had ice. I feel like we had wind, but I don't know if we have had wind yet. Probably go check that out. Where's it falling apart? I know June is... excuse me. I think June is fire. So, yeah, we must have had wind, right? Right? Maybe. Anyway, water stuff. So, I'm actually looking forward to water. I believe there was a few things in here that I actually wanted because it was like a nice rarity upgrades, as well as the Poseidon stuff in here. I did pull one Poseidon from the was it the founders boxes, as well as sit down, as well as a Elias, the wind god, who may not be the closest thing that I'll ever come to actually cosplaying something because he's a big chunky boy and I'm also a big chunky boy. So there we go. I'm gonna try and do this. Well, scissors. Get scissors. Got some scissors. Some medical scissors that are sticky. I wonder if the kids were playing with some glue over the weekend. Alright. Pack number 1. Got ourselves a beautiful Sluggle, a Krakatuga, a water Krakatuga. So something for those of you who aren't really keeping an eye on what's going on is it seems that we'll be getting like elemental variants. And I'm all for having more cool, dangerous turtle guys in our things. Napoon, a Capricorn, a Blaboon, a Majesty, as well as a Levin full art. So everything in here, well, there's quite a lot of new cards in here, which I think is a really good idea, as it does push towards like, hey, you know, Frostfall's not coming out to the end of the month kind of thing. Maybe you do want to have access to a few new cards that you can maybe mess around with before everything else comes. I think this is really cool, as it does sort of show off the some of the new cards, as well as having the variation with the Krakatuga, which I do wonder is going to make some differences. I do think a lot of people have said like water gets a little bit better, fire's getting much better because of a few newer cards. Thunder also seems to be looking pretty good still in the new sets, but yeah, everything else is what it is. Oh, beautiful. Full art shiny Levin. I don't know why I've done that. I'll put that there. One more for this little box here. So I've heard no one complain about any clumping issues, which is really good. I've heard no one complain about any miscellaneous issues, like you can't just like look into it and go like, oh, if I pull a Majesty, I know exactly what my other two cards are going to be. Tsunami! There you go. Tsunami's awesome. So, yeah, I was looking forward to getting a new Tsunami. Oh, I'll do this, because obviously there's going to be 6 cards. And if possible, we may pull a Stella. I don't know. How's everyone looking like in the game? I think if you saw Tails, he did say like the last weekend was the last base set tournament, or base set only tournament. So going forwards, probably for the next couple of weeks, it'll be like online stuff. Will be set 2, which is really good, because I think a lot of people were getting a bit burnt out because God, I this gone, because they've been playing it for like over a year at this point. I think if you look at some of the other content creators for the game, you'll probably heard them say like, "Hey, look, I like the game, I love the game still, but I've been playing the same format for roughly." I think at this point, like 18 months. It'd be nice to be able to get some new stuff in. So I think a lot of those people are looking forward to the new cards, which is always good. Hey, shiny boy! I do like these. So Krakatuga, for those of you wondering, when this Krakatuga receives 1 or more water energies, you may return up to 2 from your Underworld Spirit deck. I don't know if you guys have actually looked into it. There's a lot more Underworld synergy now. And I'm all for that. I like playing like purple in Digimon. I like playing black in Magic. Having like a different place to sort of play around in is always really interesting to me. Although I don't think most cards are going to do it by their second set, so I do think they are going to jump in this quite early. But it does give chance to obviously rebalance like the Underworld and Purgatory, which is like the in-between places. And I don't think there's technically an exile area yet, but hopefully that stays exile-y. Stacking me. Tsunami. So the rule of thumb for me, everyone, is always the same. Play set of everything, and then whatever you get after that is awesome. Wow, we're already 2 boxes in. Alright, so that's 6, alright? 2... Yep, 6. Right, so the only thing we're missing now from this is the... God. Mr. Poseidon. Then we've seen one of everything. I haven't decided which way is better to cut, because the packs are very tight, which isn't a bad thing. But I have noticed that because they are so tight, they do sometimes damage the cards because of how tight they are. But you're not going to get a resealed pack kind of thing, because like they don't open very well. Well, cleanly open. So that way, eventually, you know basically if you've been given a dodgy pack or not, because you got to rip it or you got to slice it. So I do like that from a safety point of view. I do think that's something that came out of this that was actually like a really good thought. Like how you need to make sure that the cards are safe from tampering. Hey, Levin! Like, man, we're gonna have loads of Levithans. Where it's going. But like, yeah, you can see so far, there doesn't really seem to be any telltale signs currently. Although, if this is a was this a golden apple before? If it was a golden apple, then maybe we know if their boxes, if the packs are set packs. Sluggle, Krakatuga, Napoon, Separi, Bubble. No, yeah, there you go. So that's actually a good sign to see that they are slightly different from each other. I guess I'm very glad that has been resolved. I don't think I'm complaining about the last set being... Sorry, not last set, the set before being clumpy anymore. I think it was just the first set. I'm trying to play that. I think I've got like 3 Zeuses, 6 Zeuses or something. Oh! 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 Yeah, so for those of you probably watching this, you probably already understand this is a shiny. This is a Stellar. Stellars are essentially the shiny variants of Pokemon, or the Nux versions of like Elestral, Temtems. So, first time pulling a Stellar, as you may be aware. I feel happy. I don't know what else to tell you. Actually, might keep it, to be fair, because it's a really cool card. Fun fact: Krakatuga is probably my favourite Elestral. As if you, I'm probably never going to go back to the Caster Gita channel because it's just too much work running like 4 different channels. But I love Krakatuga. Krakatuga is so good. I might actually have to try and make myself an Elestrals opening. Majesty! Oh, good. Yeah, now I'm taking that back. I've been kerfuffled. So yeah, so there is a chance of getting 1 of 99 of these in a pack. One of the reasons I did go for the 10 bundle was one, it was always rephrase that. It was more of a guaranteed chance that I would probably get a playset of everything if I had the chance of opening double what I needed. But then I think it's technically like the highest pull rate you can get without going to 30, as I think it's like a 0.01% chance of pulling a card, which isn't. Hey, Poseidon! There we go. That's what I've been waiting for, Mr. Poseidon. Yeah. So we got there. I can't remember what the one of 10 is. And if we were to pull that one, I think we'd just be like, yeah, sorry, we won. We won the game. Competitive? No. It's all about pulling the shinies. Yeah. 35 as well, that's a nice number. Would have liked 17 or 69. But you know, we'll do what we do. Sluggle, Jatua, Napon, Caprol, Bloom. Apple of Discord! Apple of Discord's still a good card. It's going to be really good, I think, in set 2 because you do have access to the new... Is it the Capria? So you're basically getting double the apples, double the... what raise we did now? What's the other one? What's the good one? Fruit of the Gods. And that makes the decks that actually want to have the recursion a little bit better, because you obviously got more cards to target. Yeah, no majesty. Right, we have a playset of the tsunamis, fantastic. We have 4 majesties, awesome. Got 1 Poseidon, 3 levies, 2 apples, 1 shiny boy, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more bundles to go. Didn't work out. I have said this to A Drive, and it's not. This isn't really a complaint. This is more like just a. I've seen like what Magic does and what Wizards does, and to be fair, Wizards is probably printing like 10 to 15 times more product than Elestrals is, because it makes more sense that they would. So obviously an older game, more popular just by sort of metrics. You know, 1 of 500 seems like a really good number. Poseidon. Oh yeah, I forgot we've got a green skin on. Green screen still on. Woo! And so I feel like 1 in 100 seems like a really oddly low chance. But then I think we kind of worked out how many cases there were, and it's kind of like, yeah, people were saying like it was 1 in 12 cases. 1 in 12 boxes, which is, I think, a case in Elestrals. So 1 per case doesn't seem too bad, especially because it is meant to be a super rare card. But I did say I would really like to see maybe a shiny set towards like the end of like rotation, or towards the end of like the God cycle. I think that'd be a really cool set. Majesty! Because I think a lot of people would like to have like more shiny cards. It feels nice to have like a deck that you can actually afford to play in like a higher rarity, especially if there's no like standard foiling for a card. That is the one thing I think people would like to see. I mean, as I've said, like I think, yeah, Levy, you can keep the sealed, the numbered variants, because that is special. It's a serialized number. Like no one's gonna take that away from you. Whereas having a non-serialized one is like, yeah, it's just a regular jack of all trades. But we are getting the reverse Stellars soon, so that could be much more of a interesting time. That wasn't full then. So yeah, I look forward to seeing how the reverse work. I think they said they were like meant to be like 1 in 4, but if you buy a case, there's a chance that you're going to pull 4 Stellar. So you'll pull 1 full number. Try again. You'll pull 1 full serialized Stellar, and then you'll possibly pull 1 of each of the bears. But I don't know if the bears are like meant to be like that. So like every case gets a playset, not playset, look at a 1 of each. Or if it's more of a case of like, yeah, this box might have 3 of the same. This box might have 1 and 2. This box might have 1 of each. So it all just depends like how random the boxes are, I believe. But I don't. Yeah, all right. We've got 3 Poseidons now. I'm happy with that. We've got a playset of Tsunami. We've got more of a playset than this. We need 1 more golden apple, and then I am happy with what we pulled so far. So there's a very, 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 very small chance we could pull another Stellar. There's also a very, 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 very small chance we could pull the 1 of 10. Golden Apple of Discord! Because I'm pretty sure somebody, I don't know if it was last set or this set, pulled multiple Stellars from like a 10 pack. And it's like, wow, damn. As you may have noticed, I've not really been keeping up with the game. My main game, Digimon's been really busy at the moment, and because we're trying to do the unification, it's like a lot more compact you may have heard that BT16 is having some issues in the UK. I don't know if it's a case. Originally, we were told it was basically the distributor for UK is moving their warehouse, and so they're not intaking stock. Then it turns out that actually, that it's not necessarily that. It could be the fact that the boat hasn't turned up yet, which obviously, if you've listened to Elestrals a lot, like that was an issue for Elestrals a little bit, that they were just waiting for shipping a lot of the time, which happens. Like, it's not an issue really. It's just more of a case of it sucks a little bit, but you know, things happen. And then where's what I did? So BT16 is getting pushed back to June, which is really weird because BT16 only has like 2 tournaments where it's like BT16 only. And then Tsunami. And then we go to EX6, which is like just a totally different format. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I know a few people are looking forward to BT6, EX6 because it's Demon Lords. Demon Lords are really cool. And there's a few angel things in there, and then there's like a few bits and bobs. And that's kind of it, really. So like we're a bit kind of like confused. I was very nearly like I was saying to the wife. If you're on this channel, you know the wife. If you're from Caster Geeko, you won't know the wife. But I was saying to her, like, what do I do about BT16? I don't really want to cancel the stuff because it's not fair on the person I bought it from, because it's not their fault. But then there's like literally like a handful of cards that I want from that set. 11. But I'd rather like throw the money into EX6. And she's like, hey, look, you know what you're gonna feel like. You know what you're like, because I am like this. Oh, 2 places of Majesty so far. You know, you'll complain if you don't order anymore, and then all of a sudden you're in a situation where the cards disappear or they get expensive, and then it's could have been a case of like, hey, look, you could have brought them yourself, made available to you to use. And I'm like, yeah, you're right about this, because it's BT16 is a weird set because it's very impactful now, and then goes quiet for the set, and then comes back in power in 17, and then by the looks of it, EX7 is going to be its own little powerhouse. So yeah, in the next couple of months, it's going to be very busy. July is basically the only free time in the next couple of months for Digimon. Golden Apple! And it would be nice to basically get everything sorted and done, I guess. We're going here. Sorry, there you go. Right in the middle. So yeah, that's why I've been quiet. Channel's been a bit quiet just because it's like I want to do more essay. Punch the microphone apparently. I want to do more essay style things, but I don't think Digimon essays do very well. And so at the same time, I don't really want to be doing like 15-20 hours worth of like recording and then like there's probably like a couple of hours of like writing, and then like a couple of hours of recording, and then re-recording, and then like you're 10 hours in, and then it's like 15 hours of editing, and then it gets like 5 views because, like, you know, as much as I enjoy doing things like that, I have the whole sunken cost fallacy, which is a whole I don't mind doing something if I get my hours back. It's like I didn't like doing the competitive Digimon stuff because it always felt very sunken. Like the reason I didn't like doing casting is because I've always said Digimon needs a way to record its like its history. Because if you look at things like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you go back through, I think it's like the lore YGO, and he does a lot of things, and there's a few things from the past where it's like we just don't know anything because there's no recorded history from Konami, because they didn't record things, and we didn't know anything from like the past years because no one thought to record it. And like same with Pokemon, there's like certain Pokemon things that if you weren't there the day, you didn't know about it. So I would rather have a complete history for Digimon while I can, and do it that way, and then that's my sunken cost fallacy, as opposed to it being a time-based one. Now, to be fair, the last couple of ones have been really good. I've basically got the hours back, so I'm always happy with that. As long as the hours come back, I don't really mind putting the hours into it because sunken cost fallacy. Whereas this, I'm opening these anyway. I might get like 2 views, and then we will go from there. But yeah, that's pack magic. Oh, sorry, that's like bundle magic. So we got another Tsunami. It's really weird. I probably would like another golden apple, and I probably would like another Poseidon, because I know you don't normally play these at like 3s in decks, but that might change. So we can go double Poseidon. We've got ourselves Poseidon! I mean, yeah, if we can go double Poseidon, I'd be very happy. Yeah, so now I want Poseidon and I want golden apple. So either of those I'll be really happy with. Maybe a Leatherfin I'd be quite happy with as well. Let's go slow. Sluggle. Krakatuga. Narpon. Caprigal. Hey! Uh-oh, document legals. Balloon. Levin. And 11. Yeah, that's okay. I'm happy with that. Super happy. So, water set. Was it any good? I think Apple's a really good card. I think Snom is a really good card. Poseidon, I think, is a very good card. And possibly will be more impactful in the future. The stained glass cards just look fantastic. And I probably could do with trading some of these away to get some of the early ones. I didn't get the Griffin. The Vin's really cool. And then, well, what can I say? Sometimes you get lucky. Woo. Alright, we'll see you guys soon for some more action. I'll probably open the packages I get for this stuff in June, because it should ship by the end of the month, and then it takes like 2 weeks to get here from shipping date and processing. So, yeah, if we say mid-June, that'd be probably the next update for Elestrals. And then next month is it Earth? Because I think it's June or July is Fire, and then the other one is Earth. So I'll probably put like a picture here saying like, hey, it's this. But until then, Tamers, Casters, anyone else who's watching this, thank you for being here. Appreciated. And shiny cardboard. Ciao for now.